Yes. Welcome back to another City Extra stream. Welcome back, bro. Last time people seen you on this side of things, you got Thanos out of existence, bro. You was fading in and out. Man was bare faded.
They didn't want me here, innit?
The football gods, but they couldn't handle your opinions. So they got rid of you, innit? They was like, nope.
I mean, that's understandable, to be fair. They are pretty stinky. Yeah, guys, hopefully you guys are all doing well, man. Welcome back to the stream. Make sure you smash a like on the stream if you've not done so already. We're going to be speaking about transfers because we're getting more and more news. Every single day that goes by, we're getting more news. And today we're going to be speaking about Kalvin Phillips as well as my personal favourite, Ben Chilwell. Now, before we get into that, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you smash a like on it. And, of course, if you want to help support the channel grow, you can become a YouTube channel member. The link is in the description.
Yes.
Big up to Jordy Poddy, is my dad, with a 179. And City Extra till I die. Joao to come back to City. Well, to be fair, if you look at the comments that he's made, you'd say yes. But then if you hear the rumours that what actually happened, you'd say not a chance. So...
yeah, it's almost like he's just not willing to go like public and say he don't want to throw dirt on anyone's name in that. Do you know what I mean? He wants to just chill with it rather than full sending for what happened. But there's also a thing about apparently fans getting the wrong idea about it. Like apparently he was always respected. He's respected his City teammates, all the supporters, and that. And basically, just saying that he put his effort in and he doesn't want it to be the fans to be deceived about this move. But it is what it is. I personally, I don't see him coming back. That's my personal opinion. But not many stranger things have happened in football.
Yeah, and I guess, you know, I mean, the worst thing that could possibly have happened, according to the rumours, is that he had an argument with Pep Guardiola. He kind of got in his face a little bit and threw a ball at him, right? So, yeah, it's not great. It's not the worst thing in the world. And, you know, maybe he could make a return. I would think that he's probably gone in the summer, but he just doesn't want to go out on bad terms with City fans.
Yeah, of course.
Which is fair dues. It's just fair dues. C-Bill, by the way, says Phillips for Rice. He wants. I've
seen a lot of people saying that in the chat as well, which is something that we can speak about in this stream as well. You know what, by the way, Jordy Poddy's my dad. You got people messaging me, you know. This guy keeps coming up as like a suggested for people, right? And people are like, who is this? Well, and then the people message me going, you know, someone's making an account of you. And I'm like, nah. He's on our streams, innit? Jordy Poddy is my dad, is his name, innit? Not Jordy Poddy. So then people are getting bare confused in that. This guy's on everyone's suggested list, I swear, man. Right. So where do we start? Do we start with your boy Chilwell or start with Phillips?
Let's start with my boy Chilwell.
I need to be gassed to talk about this.
Let me talk about him.
When you dipped out of existence before, bro, we seen it on the thing, and I was like, oh shit! I was like, LB's gonna be gassed about this.
I was gassed. Okay, so let's look at the factual information that we have in front of ourselves today, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to Louis. I'm going to try and convince everybody to get on the back of this deal.
You know, when I speak like this, right? It's a hard sell, yeah.
That's
That's why I've got to speak like this. But let me try and see if I can convince our respected, knowledgeable, incredibly smart and punctual audience in the chat today. A very, very respectable audience we have in the chat. I'm seeing names that I just associate with, incredible football knowledge.
Big brain.
So the answer is still no. So this is the situation. In 2017, our football club decided to take a new route, a new path, a new vision regarding the left back position, and they spent £50 million on Benjamin Mendy. Unfortunately for us, guy was injured all the time, and then subsequently, obviously, been arrested, as we all know, and is still being investigated for these sexual assault charges. So essentially, since 2017, Manchester City Football Club has never seen a stable left back. So I have the solution. Sign Ben Chilwell. Now, I know what some people will be saying. Yeah, but LB, have you seen Ben Chilwell's injury record? Okay, so this is something that we need to address, right, properly. And I know I've done this before, right, but let's address this properly, bro, because people are saying this is a bad situation. So I've got his injury record in front of me, yeah? He's 26 years old, okay? Since, in 26, since he's been playing football, he's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to take one of them off because it was COVID. So he's had 10, right? So he's been playing football since he's 18. That's 8 years. He's had just over one a year. Now, he's had a few which haven't been great. Yeah.
Okay. Look at the way you tried to word that then. Rather than saying these are really bad injuries, it was, they've had a few that haven't been great. You're proper selling this, bro.
Right. So basically, if we look at the ones that aren't great, I'm looking at his current one, which is currently at 90 days. So 3 months, right? He had a ruptured cruciate ligament. That's half a year. He had a foot injury at 77 days. And then all the way back in 2017 and 2016, he had 2 other ankle injuries, both at 60 days. So he's actually, because the other ones, are out. He's out for a week here, right? I'm not really that fussed in that because that can happen to everyone. The big ones, he's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's had 5.
5
right?
Major injuries.
Not major injuries, just 5 major periods on the side.
Look how you reworded that. That was funny.
So listen, yeah. The first one he had was an ankle injury, right? He was out for 2 months. Then he had another ankle injury. It was out for 2 months. And then, bro, he went from 2018 all the way until 2020, 2 whole years, bro, before getting a foot injury where he was out for 77 days. He then went 6 months and got a cruciate ligament injury. The thing is, right, with the cruciate ligament injury, I kind of feel like you should put that one to one side, yeah, because that's nothing he can do about that. No one can do anything. That's ligaments.
A lot of footballers go through cruciate ligament injuries. The only thing is, over the cruciate ligament, what's wrong with man's feet, man? Like everything around the foot area, bro, just seems to be broken. You know what I mean?
Yes. So it's
his ankles are in the bin, and his foot's in the bin.
He's had in his whole career, he's had 2 ankle injuries, and he's had a foot injury. Yeah, he's actually only had 3. To be fair, I thought it was more than that. He's had 3.
Oh, okay.
But they are 2
hefty.
months. Yeah,
2 months of time in it, like basically. Then was the foot one 7? It's like 3 months.
Yeah, like 2.5 months. 2 months, 1 week.
Take a week off, innit? Yeah. 2 months, 3 weeks. No, not 3 months. No, not quite.
So this is what I'm saying is look, I'm not going to say that his injury record's perfect. It clearly isn't. But it's not as bad as people make out, man.
The thing is, right, where you got to look at the left back market. What's the situation? Chilwell played in the Premier League. When he does play, he's actually on fire. He's mint. I believe that when Chilwell's fit, he's very, very good. I think he'd be mint in this City side. The only thing is you got to keep him fit.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally. Does anyone have another issue with Ben Chilwell other than the fact that he's made of glass? Potentially, LB trying to debunk this myth as we speak. Like, no. So it's just the fact that he's injury prone. Therese says he's overrated. He's slow.
I disagree. I think he's a good player.
I think he's all right. Man's got strawberry laces for ligaments, FC Photon says. Right, just where you get them in. Masson with a 2 says 41 games in 2.5 seasons. No, but thanks from me.
What's that?
41 games in 2.5 seasons.
Yeah, but to be fair, you know, he's had a ruptured cruciate ligament injury.
Yeah, I've picked his one where he's had 6 months out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so I can see why it's a bit skewed there.
Talk to me about 2018 to 2020.
Yeah, 2 full years of no injury.
Talk to me about the 2021 season. He still only missed, because luckily for him, that foot injury was in the summer. So he only missed 4 games. It's just literally this last year, since May 2022 to now, he's basically been in the mud. But look, I would also say that like with Chaser, right? At Juventus, I'm only sanctioning a move for Chilwell and or Chaser if they both come back and play well until the end of the season. If they don't, then I'm not going for Chilwell if he doesn't play until the end of the season. I need to see him play and be like, nah, this guy's actually back. He's recovered and he's ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like you need to see him back to work, innit? Like, not basically you need to know that he can be get to the level where he was during them 2 years where he was playing week in week out. You don't want to just risk it and full send. But given our current left back situation, the club might be feeling a bit forced to risk it. Is Chilwell back now or not? Or is he still in the bin?
I think he's back. According to transfer market, he's back.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see if... oh, wait, nah, he's not back. He's not back. Oh, he's back in training. Okay, he's training. Okay, that's decent then. So it'd be interesting to see... Basically, the club will be looking at it and going, right, from now until the end of the season, we'll monitor Ben Chilwell. That's what they'll be doing. They'll be looking
funny enough, he said today in his press conference, the manager... He said, we've got Chilwell back, Reece James back, Sterling back, and Loftus-Cheek. They're all back, but they're not ready for 90 minutes, but they're certainly back. So
decent.
Because the thing is, bro, say he stays fit now to the end of the season. Mm-hmm. Do you think everyone's going to be still saying, nah, he's injury prone? If he stays fit now to the end of the season. People are like, oh, yeah, full send. They're only saying it now because he's been injured.
Because he's been injured, yeah.
So that's where I'm at with Chilwell. If he comes back and he does well until the end of the season, I'm happy for that move to take place. But I for now, just to say we was offered him now in January, right? Obviously, I wouldn't take him. Obviously not.
Yeah, because he just come back from injury. It's a massive risk. But like I said, the club will monitor it from now until the end of the season, see what his injury situation has been like from now until then, and see what his level's at. And you could see City going in for a move. It seems kind of likely that we're going for a move with all the talk around Chilwell and all the sources with Chilwell at this moment in time. So I'm fine for it. Nick Tower says, what if Cancelo stays after the summer? Will this move be still on? Yeah, I think we'll still go sign a left back. We was going to sign a left back with Cancelo anyway.
Yeah,
so
I might have to go to the Etihad this summer, man, and start some sort of protest movement, man, because I need a proper left back at the
Give me a left back.
I'm saying.
Bring back Gary Cook. Get me a left back. Johnny Boy is my dad with 179. Dad, you don't follow me on Insta. I'm telling Mum. Sorry, mate. I'm not actually that active on socials. For a guy who does YouTube videos, I'm very inactive on social media. I'm a lurker. I just watch.
You're basically Pep 2.0, isn't it?
Yeah. I may as well just have a fake account. Also, my last Instagram got banned, so I just kind of binned it. Mohammed with a 499 says, this is controversial as well. Would you guys sell KDB since he seems to be on a decline if a massive offer came in?
Talk to me. What's the number? Write a check. What's the number?
Massive offer for KDB.
What's the offer? What's the number?
100 mil. I'm throwing out numbers for him, by the way.
Let me have a look at the age of Kevin De Bruyne. He's 31. He'll be 32 in the summer.
I love how you you were working this out.
100 million quid for a 32-year-old.
The silence is telling. No, I'm just going to throw it out there. Not a chance.
I'd consider it, but I probably wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't consider it.
I'd need a bit more.
I would Daniel Levy the shit out of that email, bro.
I'm not like a full 100% nah. Like I would consider it, but I would say no to 100 million. It'd have to be more than that. Because the end of the day, 30, it'll be 32 in the summer. So if you got a bid for 120 million for a 32-year-old,
I ain't taking it, mate.
Would you say 120?
I ain't put a price. I ain't taking it, bro.
Jeez.
Give me 200 million. I ain't taking it. We don't spend our cash anyway, bro. We're net spend champions anyway. It don't matter.
I wouldn't take it either.
There's no point. We're not going to reinvest that cash. You can't get another Kevin De Bruyne. So
I know that's the problem, innit? That's the problem. Like he's sick and he's so unique that you're just not going to be able to get anything like replacement for him. So yeah, I probably wouldn't do it, man. It'd have to be for me. I'm not like you. I would sell him at a price, but I think for me it'd have to be like. I think it'd have to be like 150.
Yeah, I see that. The people in the chat are saying 150 is fair.
But I wouldn't. I'm not like a 100% like.
You know what I'd do to save myself from the headache of having to choose whether to sell him or not? I'd just bin the email, innit? Don't look at it. Do you know the subject? It says KDB transfer offer. Nah, insta delete. Press X in it. Delete it. Yeah. Mark as spam. Get one of them auto rules, innit? Anything mentioned KDB to spam. Then when KDB messages you and says, "I want to get out of the football club," he goes straight to spam.
Is he? He's only 2 years off a testimonial, isn't he? He's only. Is this his 7th year or is it his 8th year? I think this is this is his 7th year?
I don't know.
I think this is his 8th year. Yeah, it is his 8th year.
It's 8th year. That's so long, that.
Yeah, so you got to give him 10 years.
Oh yeah, 20. Because it's mad, isn't it, when you see him like from time ago, and you're seeing that like how young he was, and now it's coming to like the end of it. He's on the wrong side of his career now, isn't he? Mm-hmm. And that's disgusting. That's disgusting.
You know what? Actually, I seen a video of him playing football when he first joined at City. He's so slim. Like he's really, really slim, but I don't know whether it's because of the Nike kits.
Oh, right.
Because them Nike kits were really tight. It's quite funny, isn't it? Because you remember when we got Puma and everyone was like, "Oh my god, the t-shirts are going to stick to us all," because like Puma traditionally were like very, very tight.
At Arsenal, they had like skin tight kits, didn't they? Yeah.
But that didn't happen. But actually, if you look at the old Nike kits, the Nike kits used to hug the players like really. It was just skin tight. Whereas now they're a little bit baggy, so it could just be that. But yeah, man, I looked at it and thought, when he retires or leaves City, I'm going to cry my eyes out, man.
Yeah, same with me.
There's just no one to pick him in the world. I think you're going to have to go and get someone like a Kvaratskhelia, man, and play him in the midfield. I know it's traditionally maybe a more the winger, but I think he's got the talent to play in mid. And
we can't replace him.
Yeah, the kind of annoying and sad thing is about that is, you know, when we was losing like Company and David Silva, you could still go in the market and get players relatively cheap.
Yeah,
like,
reasonable.
We lost David Silva and we're still buying players for like 40, 50,
but we bought Bernardo so for like 30, 40 million pounds, whatever it was.
Exactly. Yeah, we got Kev for 50.
Yeah.
You just can't do that now. You just can't do that now. And if you do that, you're taking... Because, bro, I feel like now there's just nobody worth like 30 to 50 million anymore. Like... That bracket is just done.
Yeah, the bracket for that. The only player you're going to get at that bracket is Chris Wood. No one wants Chris Wood.
I just feel like it's completely just gone. That bracket of like the 35 to 50 mil player is they've just disappeared. They're all now 70 million. You know what I mean?
It's cash. It's cash money nowadays. Nick Tall with a 14 Zar says Man City handshake injury prone defenders. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's just the way it is. Murrell with the 3 months. Borna Sosa is the one. He's cooking this season before he got injured. No way. And he's Croatian, so we'll have that Champions League voodoo. Oh, yeah. Also, Arda. I'm reading all these all these names nowadays. After that knee last time, I ain't getting done again. Never again. My brain switched. Yeah, Arda Güler is Bernardo 2.0. That's a thingy, bro. That's some like 17-year-old or something.
Fenerbahce, Donny.
Yeah. I seen some links about this the other day. So yeah, Muro says, "Nah, that's genuinely a real player." Yeah. So yeah, apparently this guy is one to watch. But Borna Sosa,
I've seen some clips of him actually. It looks decent.
Borna Sosa, that should be definitely on the list of left back options. It should be on the list. And when news comes out about that, guaranteed there'll be streams, because at some point there will be a link at some point to us with Borna Sosa. I'm sure of it. Unless Chilwell pops off.
Yeah.
You got me gassed this Chilwell move, but I don't like this, you know. Chilwell,
Why not?
Maddison, Jude Bellingham. Bro, it is the England team.
Which have been unsuccessful on a number of occasions.
It stinks.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like, you know, the Maddison thing. I do think the Maddison thing is like if we don't get Jude Bellingham,
I think it's a backup.
But that also kind of worries me that we've had to put that out there, because it kind of makes me think, are we not getting Bellingham then?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, it does kind of stink of Bellingham's in the bin. Unless City just see him as a genuine option. Like, but then why are you putting it out there now? Like, yeah, it does kind of stink on the Jude situation. But we'll have to. I'm hoping Jude news pops off soon. Like,
well, it should be, man, because we're in February now. When was it that
Haaland was popping off in February and March?
When was the C sign Haaland? Should I check?
When was the C sign Haaland? I'm sure it was like Feb. We did one like timeline stream in January last year.
Yeah, I got it. March the 11th.
There we go.
March the 11th was the day that C sign Haaland happened.
Right. So set your.
We did a stream 365 days ago.
What, to this day?
Yeah. Haaland chooses City.
Do you reckon that was I reckon that's Tommy. He said yes, remember?
Yeah.
But
the official
he also did that for Jude.
Yeah, the official Jude Bellingham C-sign Haaland thing. The day that basically we knew it was going to happen, or that was very confident it was going to happen. That was March the 11th. So I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you for real now. Listen, the next month, I'm telling you, we're going to know what's going on.
Mohammed with a 2 says we'd have to replace KDB with at least 3 players.
Yeah, man. You have to replace him with a couple players for sure, man.
Definitely. You have to rotate between a few players and that. Nick Toda 14 says, do you think Gundogan will sign a new contract? Well, he wants to, apparently. So I guess if he wants to and the offer's on the table, which is the rumour, I guess there'd be no reason for him not to. Probably get a year extension. Probably just allow the next player like a Jude or James Maddison just show them the ropes kind of thing. But then if he was taking a backseat role, bro, next year, would he still be captain or would you move it on to someone else?
Well, I'd move it on regardless of what happens.
I'd be looking at getting someone like Ruben Diaz as captain.
Nah, for sure.
And Obeyed with a 5 good memberships. Yes, Obeyed.
Yes, Obeyed. Thank you for the 5 gifted, my friend. I don't know if you've heard the news, but Ben Chilwell is apparently wanted at Manchester City. Let's talk about Kalvin Phillips then. Before we end up wrapping up, the news coming out regarding Kalvin Phillips is not positive if you are a fan of Kalvin Phillips. In that, apparently, bro, I don't know if you've heard this yet, but there's some people who think Kalvin Phillips could actually leave Manchester City this summer. Can you believe that?
I can in one sense, but then
Why?
Because he's not had. Basically, I think Sam Lee, in his piece that he's done, he's said that the club and Pep and everyone have noticed that out of all the new signings, Kalvin Phillips is one that's been slowest to get into the swing of things. Basically suiting City's style and stuff like that. Now, you have to allow him a little bit because this is basically August for Kalvin Phillips. Kalvin Phillips has literally basically just joined the football club because he's been injured for so long. The guy's been out of action for a whole year. Well, for half a year or half a season.
Though, do you know what you said then? In that some people believe that he's sort of like struggled out of all the new signings.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. This must just be in training because he's only played 165 minutes that's worth of football for City.
Yeah, and obviously, and he's not really been in training too much because of the thing is, so I feel like he does need a little bit of time, but I think the pressure is on him now, from now until the end of the season, to kind of show his worth, because if he doesn't show any worth from now until the end of the season, the club can look at it and say, right, well, we're willing to let him go because he's not really embedded here yet as much as he's not at the time, and we can go get someone else.
Yeah, the thing is, though, people are like, oh, City should get rid of Kalvin Phillips and go and get Lavia. The thing is, though, I don't know if Lavia would come back.
But we have a buyback, don't we?
Yeah, but would he come back?
Why not?
Come back
to be number 2.
Fiddle.
Yeah, to be number 2 again. Also, then people have got to think, like, I see people saying about Declan Rice, swap with Rice, but Rice is a starter.
Yeah. Declan Rice ain't going to want to sit on a bench. He's going to want to play football, guys.
Yeah, he's not going to come and sit behind Rodri.
Do you remember when I said, I've said this before, but do you remember when I said buying backup players is harder than buying first team players? Because
you need someone who's going to be willing to sit on the bench.
Correct.
And allow their time there and to basically trying to push the other player to get into that position.
Know the place.
Which is why typically younger players are better backup players because they understand and they've come through it. However, Lavia has gone to get more game time. So then if he comes back, right, he's basically putting himself back in the position he was previously.
Bro, Lavia's going to have to pick other clubs in the summer. There's going to be clubs all over Europe, Champions League playing clubs who will say, come and play for us and you'll start. Spurs could go and get Lavia and he'd start for them. So why would he come to City? I mean, they might not be in Champions League, to be fair. But why would he come to City and sit on a bench? So this is the problem, man. People talk about Rice. People talk about Lavia. You've got to find players who know their role. And I don't know if Phillips thinks of himself as that. I don't know if he sits there at night going, yeah, I'm just this guy who sits on a bench. Like, I think genuinely wants to challenge. But you've got to have people in there who are not too good. Because if they're too good, they'll be like, I don't want to sit on a bench. And then they'll start causing you issues because they want to play football. Mm-hmm. So, it's very, very, very tricky. And, Kalvin Phillips, this, if it is true, because obviously you never know, and it's, sometimes you get fed sort of wrong information, but this must just be purely off training because I can't lie. I know we've not seen much of him in the first team in playing matches, 165 minutes, but I've been semi-impressed. I've not been blown away, but why would I be blown away? The guy's hardly played. He's not.
He's hardly played any football. I genuinely think people are too quick to cut Kalvin Phillips out. And then another thing, just quickly, Fox Williams, yes, Fox Williams, mate. Welcome back to Xtra Club. Massively appreciated. That's 1,033, which is a nice number. Benno would
thank you.
Benno would have 179 says can't just bid him off. It takes a year to settle in. And this is what I was just about to get to. How can you? People nowadays, I think, are just so quick to cut ties with a player like that. They're just ready. Bro, the minute they sign on the chopping block, the minute you sign, until you do something good, bro, you're on that chopping block. So I feel like people just need to give him a bit of time to actually settle into the team. Like, man's barely even had a chance. He's barely had a chance. And then the thing is, he's not even been able to come on for 15 minutes, 20 minutes throughout the first half of the season. He's not been able to do that because he's been injured.
Yeah. Now, there is a good question or point from Lewis Gillis in the chat, and I do agree with this. He says, if Phillips really wanted to challenge, surely he would have come back early to start against Liverpool, fit and ready to go, really question his mentality. That was something that I was quite disappointed. Now, I don't know the full story behind it, but I would have liked to have seen Kalvin Phillips come back from the World Cup
sooner than everyone else and trying to get back into it.
And then people can't be like, oh, the club give them dates and that's when they come back. No, the players came back to training before they were supposed to. Some of them did. Ake did. I think Laporte did as well. Now, it helps because they live in Manchester. Like, they live in city centre. They live 5 minutes away from the training ground, right? So they're probably back in the flat, their apartment, and go, well, I might as well fucking go training. I've got nothing else to do. But for a player that's been injured all season or whatever, it would have been nice to see him back. But look, then on the other hand, he didn't have to come back. Look, at the end of the day, he's got a big 6 months ahead of him. He will be needed at some point. You'd think. I've been saying this all season, but he's not been needed just yet. But let's see what he can do. If he plays a little bit now to the end of the season and people are like, yeah, I just don't see it, man. Like, fair dues, what it is, but...
I trust the judgment from the club and more than, do you know what I mean, anything else. So if they see, they're the ones that see him in and out of training. So from now on to the end of the season, they will be looking at Kalvin Phillips as someone that, because then in the summer they can go, right, is he expendable basically? Can we get rid of this Donny and go get someone else in that we think might be better suited to the role, because Kalvin Phillips hasn't really fit in the way that we thought he would. But I do feel like there's a gap now where he is back now, he is fit. So we'll have to just wait and see him in and out of the team, and hopefully he can show something. And if not, then we can have a look at the situation then and decide if we need to go get another CDM. But we've got so much transfers going in and out of all the other places that CDM for me isn't really a concern right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh yeah, fucking that's another thing.
It's the last of the worries.
With all the other stuff that we've got to do this summer, the wingers, the fullbacks, the attacking midfielders. Do you really want to be adding another thing to that list? I don't. Yeah, you know what I'm saying
it's heavy, bro. It's heavy.
Good point, that bro.
Massums with the two says whoever did the scout report must be sacked on Kalvin Phillips. I don't agree. But then what do I know? Obeyed again with a 10. Yes, obeyed.
Look at the W's in the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, Obeyed. Massively appreciate. Big up to all the people getting the gifted memberships from Obeyed. One day you'll see a Hot Ones video appear. One day. We got no idea what day, but one day. DJ TEI or DJ Tay, I don't know it. With the $5 dingo, mate. He says, "Hey lads, keep the good work. Do you guys think Palmer needs to be loaned or sold? Loaned or sold? Because to be fair, I don't rate him at all. Love from Australia. Yes. DJ Ty.
Okay, so let me answer that question to you.
Yeah, you're a big fan of it.
Have you ever seen him play in the academy? Is question number one. If the answer to that is yes, I'm interested to then think why.
You need one of them things, bro.
Yeah, I need the thing in it. I'm interested if you have seen him play in the academy, like regularly, and you've seen him now play for the first team, and you've now come to the conclusion that you don't rate him. I'm interested to know as to what's gone on there. If you've not seen him in the academy, let me tell you something. When he was at his best, he was playing on the right wing. He's only played. We checked the stats.
Is it like 3 games now at right wing?
He's played 3 games in his whole Manchester City career on the right wing for Pep Guardiola. So I'd say to you on that point is give him a chance. Try and judge him off the right wing performances. Don't judge him as a centre forward like he played last season. Don't judge him off a left winger because he's not. I know he's left footed, and people go, he's left footed. It should be easy. He just gets the ball and crosses it in the box. Kind of what I want on the right, but he's just not. He is a full on. Like there ain't no moving him around. Even when he plays off the right in the midfield, that's not really his position.
Like Mahrez.
Yeah, he is Mahrez 2.0. So all I would say to you, bro, is try and clear it, give him a fresh slate, but only judge him on the right wing performances because that's his position. He can't play nowhere else, in my opinion. And if you see him on the right wing and you go, it's not for me, fairs. But that's what I would say to you, bro. I've seen him absolutely destroy people on that right wing, like ridiculous, like almost like Sancho levels. But he's just not being given an opportunity on that right hand side, and that's the problem.
Yeah, I agree. I do think we need to see more.
When he's been playing left wing, he's been poor. When he played centre forward a couple of times last season, it's like a false 9 in a few cup games. He did all right, but nothing special. And when he's played off the right-hand side this time, well, he has Mahrez next to him. That's the last thing he needs. He needs players making runs in behind so he can play those little slip balls in between the defender and the fullback, and he's not having that. So, yeah, there we go.
He also said he did with another 2. Yes, DJ, mate. He says, sorry, I meant to be loaned. Yeah, not loaded. Yeah, I thought that's what he meant.
He might be loaned next season, because if we get a right winger, then he might be loaned. I would try and hold on to him a little bit longer, bro.
There is a bit of there was a bit of news before about Cole Palmer, basically saying that he's lost a little bit of confidence. The club believe he's lost a bit of confidence this season, and then a loan potentially on the cards if things don't pick back up to the way that he was going, to his progression, basically. So it'd be interesting to keep an eye on that, on Cole Palmer's City future. Obviously, we did know that the original plan for this season was to get Cole Palmer a lot more game time, but the only person we've seen with a lot more game time this year, academy-wise, has been Rico Lewis, and deservedly so. Obeid, yes, with a 10. Goatbade says, can we just sign Sane, I beg? Maybe. Someone messaged me on Instagram before, actually, and obviously I didn't reply because I'm never active on it. But I seen the message, and they said, hear me out, right? I'd quote the guy in it, but I don't know where my phone is. He said, hear me out. We've sent Cancelo to Bayern to convince Sane to come back. So, you know what I mean? If you believe that, then yeah, maybe we can do that instead. Also, Baby the 10 says, big love to everyone. Yes, Obeid, massively appreciated.
Yeah, man. Boom. There we go. Thank you very much, Obeid, and the rest of the guys who have donated. We'll wrap it up there, man. Johnny Paulie's got to go play some football.
Soccer ball. By the way, bro, I have something mad just before we leave. In the chat, did a poll, and do you know how before when we were talking about Ben Chilwell and everyone was like, nah. Ben Chilwell to City or nah, gets 55% of the votes.
What the hell?
So yeah, people.
I did it. I convinced it, bro.
So your pitch work, bro. You know what I mean?
My pitch work, mates.
Alan Sugar won't be firing you today, bro. You have to go wait another week, innit?
Guys, we'll be back tomorrow with the build-up to Sunday's game against Spurs. We'll have the press conference reaction and just general build-up and stuff. Remember as well, half past 12 UK time on Saturday, we're watching the Arsenal versus Everton game.
Sean Dyche.
So hopefully Everton can do something on that one. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up now. Thank you very much for joining. I'm actually going to go back on my Twitch and do some more career mode, try and get a win. That would be nice. So come and join me on that one. And if not, we'll see you tomorrow, innit? Peace out.
See you in a bit.